Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2018 Granny Square Crochet Along. Today we are making something pretty. Yes, we are making this pretty square which is called Something Pretty. It has these popcorn flower petals going on, and then it has a squaring off round and then a couple of rounds of back loop only, which leaves us this line. You can see this line here. We've done some back loop only squares before. You might think this square looks familiar. Probably about a month ago we did a popcorn flower square, but the background was different on that, so this is different to your previous square if you're thinking it's the same. Okay, so you can do it in one color, two colors, as many colors as you like, really, because you could do these in two different colors, these two rows of petals. So whatever you fancy. I'm just going to do two colors today, but pick whatever you fancy, and let's get started. So using your first colour, you want to either use a magic ring or chain 4 and slip stitch into your first chain to make a ring, and then you are going to do a chain 1 and 8 single crochets into your ring. 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just pull your ring in and join into your first single crochet with a slip stitch. Wiggle that under there. Okay, there we go. First round done. So for round 2 we're going to start doing our popcorn petals. So you are going to chain 3, which counts as your first double crochet. Your first popcorn will be a 4 double crochet popcorn plus your chain. So this is where we do 4 double crochet into the same stitch. Excuse me, 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet into there. Just pull up that loop and then go back and pop your hook into your top chain of your chain 3. So go into that top chain there, and then pop your loop back on your hook, pull that loop down as a regular loop, yarn over and pull through both loops, and that pulls your stitch round and makes this kind of puffy shape here, and this is what it looks like from the back. It's just sort of pulled in a bit. Okay, so then you are going to chain 3 and go into the next stitch and do a double crochet. Now these stitches might be quite close together now because you've sort of spread out from this first stitch, so just pull that aside and go into your next stitch and do 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 double crochets. Pull that loop out, go into your first double crochet and then pop your loop back on your hook, yarn over and pull through both stitches, both loops, and there's your second popcorn. So at the back it looks sort of open like this, but sort of folded a little bit, if you see what I mean. So that's your second. Okay, and then chain 3. Going to do chain 3 after every popcorn. So then just go into your next stitch and start your next popcorn. So 5 double crochets, and then pull that loop up, go into your first stitch, put your loop back on, yarn over and pull through. So you will have 8 popcorns and 8 chain 3s at the end, and I'll join you back at the end to show you where to finish your round. Okay, so when you've done your 8 petals and your final chain 3, just have a look at this first popcorn where you've got your chain and just go into the top of that chain. Oops. So just in the top of that chain and do your slip stitch, and that's your first round of petals completed. How cute is that? Cute. So our next round is virtually the same. If you wanted to change colour, then join your colour into this next chain 3 space, because we are going to slip stitch across to there so that your next petal comes from this space. So join your colour in that chain 3 space if you're changing. If not, let's continue. You're going to do a chain 3 as before, and that will count as your first double crochet, and then do another 4 double crochets into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be like your first popcorn of the previous round, where you're going to pull up a loop, go into your top chain, pop the loop back on, oops, do a yarn over and pull through both, and then just scooch this along a little bit to make room, because you're going to do a second popcorn stitch in the same space. So do a chain 3 and do another popcorn in this same space. So that's 5 double crochets. 2, 3, 4 and 5. As before, go into the first stitch, pop your loop back on and yarn over and pull through and chain 3. So you're going to continue this all the way around, doing 2 popcorns in each chain 3 space, and remembering to do a chain 3 between every popcorn. So at the end of this, you should have 16 petals and 16 chain 3 spaces, and then you're going to join into your top chain here, just as you did on the previous round. Yeah, so I'll see you back around here 16 petals later. So there's our petals. So I've fastened off, and sorry, I've done my slip stitch to join, and then I've fastened off that colour, ready for the next round. So there's our cute petals, puffy popcorn petals. There we go. And from the back it looks a bit like this. So there we go. Cute. Pretty. It's called something pretty, and it is indeed pretty. So we're going to do our squaring off round, this first round here. So you are going to join into a chain 3 space with a slip stitch. Obviously, if you are staying with the same colour, then you just slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. So slip stitch into a chain 3 space, just do that, and there we go. Let's move it over to the side, because you're going to want to fit some more stitches into this space. So we are going to chain 3 as a double crochet, of course, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets into that same space. 1, 2 double crochet into that space, and then into the next space you're going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet into the next space. 1, 2, and 3. And then the next space will be your corner. So the next space will be your corner, and you're going to do 3 treble crochets. So treble crochets are the 2 yarn over, and you're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3 treble crochets, and then you are going to get in a tangle with your yarn. You're going to do chain 2. Okay, chain 2, and then you're going to do 3 more trebles in that same space. 1, 2, and 3. Now, I don't think I'm going incredibly fast, but if you need to slow the video down, then there are options in the top or the bottom to slow the video down if you need to. Okay, so that's our corner. 3 treble, 2 chain, 3 treble, and then you're going to do double crochet in the next 3 spaces. So 3 double crochet in each. Let's just do that together, why not? So 1, 2, 3. Move to the next one. 1, 2, 3. Next one. 1, 2, 3. And then it's time for a corner. So 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3 treble crochets, chain 2, and 3 more treble crochets. 1, 2, oops, 2, and 3. And then you are going to repeat this around your last 2 sides. This one here, you will be doing your last corner here and then joining into the top of this chain, and I'll see you back around there. There we go, there's our first squaring off round finished. Looking good, looking good. So we are moving on. Okay, so this is a single crochet round, and we're going to be working in the back loop only for this round. So first of all, chain 1, which as usual doesn't count for anything, and then we're going to do a single crochet in the same space, but going into the back loop, single crochet. Okay, and then you're going to do 11 single crochets along, going into the back loop. So if you see here, you've got 2 bars on each of these. You're going into the back bar and leaving this strand at the front. I'll show you that on the next one. So that's 2. So this will look like it's a big stitch, but it won't be in the end. And we're just leaving a line along the front. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you see how those loops, they looked really big, but actually they've all just come good now, and you've got this line left along the front, which is your front loop that you didn't work under, having only worked under that back loop. Okay, so that's your 11, and now you have reached your corner chain space, and we're working in the back loop of those as well. So you've got 2 chains here. The first one, just go into this back loop here and do a single crochet and then chain 2. Sorry, just checking the pattern. Single crochet, chain 2, and then a back loop of that chain for of the next chain, sorry, and do a single crochet. So you've got single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then you are going to do 15 single crochets along this side, and when you get to the corner you'll do exactly the same. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in those chains. So all the way along, and all the way around, so 15 along each side, and then your corner, 15 corner, 15 corner, and then here I'll join you for these last few stitches. Okay, so when you've done your last corner, we're just going to finish off this side because we did 1 in our first stitch and then 11, that's 12, so we just need to do 3 more single crochets on this side. 2, 3, and then if you can, you're going to join into the back loop of that first single crochet with a slip stitch, because that's going to start our next round, which is going to be back loops as well. So you've got this nice line going around your square, which just gives it a bit more interest. So looking pretty. Time for round 7. Or actually it's round 6. Our final round, round 6. So we're going to do back loop only again, but we're going to do half double crochets, which should bring our square up to size, the 6 inches that we always go for. So we're going to do a chain 2, which will count as your first half double crochet, and then going into the next stitch into the back loop only, remember. So remember, we've got just those 2 bars. You're going to go in the back loop and do a half double crochet, and then you're going to do 11 more double crochets along here, and I will see you at the corner. We'll do the corner together, so do 11 more and then we'll do the corner. Okay, so 11 double crochets later. Now your corner will be as easy or as tricky as, depending on how tight you've done your chains. Now I've done some of my chains a little bit tight, so if you can get into your chains, if they're not too tight, then you're going to do 2 half double crochets in the back loop of your first chain. If you've done them too tight to get into, don't panic, just hold on and I'll show you. So if you can get into it, do 2 half double crochets, and then you're going to do chain 2 and 2 half double crochets in the back loop of the next chain. Okay, now if you have done these too tight to get into, then don't panic, just work over the chain space like we often do. Just work over that chain space and do 2 half double crochets, chain 2 and 2 half double crochets, and that will be fine. Yes, it might not have quite the same look, but it's fine. Just do it in that space. I mean, there's not a lot of space. This is my next corner. There's not a lot of space there when we're calling it a chain space, but there is enough space to do 2 half double crochets, chain 2 and 2 half double crochets. Otherwise, go into your chains. And then what you're going to do is follow this all the way around. So this next side, you're going to do 17 half double crochets all the way along, and then your corner of either into the chains or into your space of 2 half double crochets, chain 2, 2 half double crochets, 17 stitches down this side, and then your corner, 17 stitches down this side, your corner, and then around here you're just going to do 4 half double crochets to finish off, but I'll see you back around here. So after your last corner, you want to do 4 half double crochets in this last part of this row. 1, and just while we're finishing off, just to tell you, the pattern and chart for this are in our Facebook group, and details of that are below. Just see how many I've done here. I'm getting confused now. Talking. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So the details of the Facebook group are in that description box below, and you can find that there, and upload your photos of your lovely squares that you've done. And I can't even do a slip stitch now. What am I doing? So you are going to just slip stitch into your top chain here, to finish off. Yeah, so as I was saying, in the Facebook group you can upload photos of your lovely pretties, and if you found this useful and helpful, then please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If your square isn't quite the size you need it, you could go round and do another single crochet, half double crochet round, whatever you need. But mine's about right, so I'm going to fasten off and bid you farewell. Until next time, just keep hooking and don't let your tea get cold.